now I'm going to prepare saffron potatoes using Albert Bartlett Elfe potatoes. These potatoes differ from rooster in that they're a pale skin potato, it's a very yellow flesh. They're fantastic for taking on flavours of other ingredients. A quick word on saffron. Saffron is basically the stamen from the crocus flower. Most people say it's the most expensive spice in the world. You can see why each crocus stamen is taken out and it's dried. It's used a lot in Mediterranean cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take a healthy pinch of saffron, and what I want to do here is just infuse some water with the flavour of the saffron. You can see the water immediately turns yellow. So onions straight into the pan. So on top of the onion I'm just going to put a little bit of salt. Okay, so I've just emptied the pepper, discarded all the seeds, and now I just want to cut the pepper into long slices, not too fine because we still want to have some texture of the pepper in the finished dish. So I'm just going to put the pepper on top of the onions, getting the lid back on. Okay, so I'm going to finely crush this garlic. So what I normally do for this, I'll roughly chop the garlic, coarse sea salt on the top, and then with the back of the knife, I'm just going to grind the garlic into a smooth paste. So basically all the salt does here, it acts as an abrasive, and I find the finer that you chop the garlic, the stronger the flavour becomes. So all we're doing really is squeezing the oil out of the garlic. So for marinades and things like that, then I would always add a creamed garlic to it rather than a chopped garlic. I'm just going to put that in with the peppers and onions. Give that a quick mix around. And there you can smell, immediately you can smell the perfume of the garlic. I'm going to pop a couple of bay leaves on top. And here we've got some fresh rosemary. So again, I'm just going to remove the leaves from the rosemary, roughly chop that. So now to prepare the potatoes, very simply I'm going to cut them in half and then just cut them into thick wedges. I'm just going to put them into a bowl, and the saffron infusion we made earlier, I'm just going to pour over the top of the potatoes. So immediately you can see the potatoes taking on the colour of the saffron. It's a beautiful yellow colour. So while the onions and the peppers are cooking down, we'll just leave that to infuse, probably for about 5 minutes is plenty. Here we have the onions, the garlic, the peppers, the bay leaf and the rosemary. They've been cooking for about 15 minutes now, so it's all nice and soft. So the infused potatoes we're just going to spread out over the top. And then the saffron infusion we're just going to put into the pan. I'm going to put that lid back on. Now we're just going to stew them gently over a medium heat till the potatoes are nice and tender. Okay, so that's the potatoes, nice and cooked. You see they've kept their shape. It's a nice creamy texture. That's a perfect vegetarian dish. On its own, like that, with some crusty bread would be fantastic. I'm just going to add some freshly crushed black pepper. And there we have saffron potatoes using the Albert Bartlett Elfe.